Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Addiction Recovery Messages of Hope. Today, what we're going to talk about is gratitude. I have found that gratitude is the catalyst for me to personally take things to a whole new level. Um, if you look at our lives, if you look at my life, and the way it used to be and the way it is today. And it's really hard not to be grateful for the life that I have today. It's really hard not to be grateful. When I have a roof over my head, I have food in the fridge, I have a car to drive, I have a job, I have all those things. But there's a lot of things that happen in life. Life shows up sometimes, and that common term we use, life on life's terms starts to happen. And how do you remain in gratitude? When when a loved one passes, which we all experience, and there happens to be a lot of that going on around, especially within our space. And it's tragic. It's tragic. But how do you remain grateful in those moments when your spouse is, diagnosed with stage 4 kidney disease? And how do you remain grateful when, you have to put your dog down? How do you remain grateful when, you get rear-ended at some stoplight? How do you remain grateful when you're running late for a really important meeting and you have these people in front of you that just insist on going 10 miles underneath the speed limit? That's the question. How do you remain grateful in those moments? Because it's really easy to be grateful when things are going fantastic and everything's wonderful. But how do you remain grateful when things maybe might not be going your way? The What I have found is to focus on those things that I'm grateful for, even when stuff's really falling apart. I have a little saying, and I probably picked it up from somewhere along the way. A really good day is when everything is going my way and nothing really falls out of place, and I stay clean. A fantastic day is when everything falls to crap and nothing goes my way, and I just keep hitting obstacles and obstacles and obstacles and obstacles, and I still stay clean. Now that's a fantastic day. And I've been able to do that by doing my best to kind of focus on gratitude and things that I have in my life that are good. And I have to tell you, there's been a lot of times in this journey, prior to recovery, when I didn't really have that ability or even that awareness to realize that I'm alive, I am breathing, there is still hope. And there may be some of you out there that are, communicating. Maybe some of you are still active in your disease, and maybe you're a family member that has a loved one that's struggling, or it's your spouse or your child. And how do you remain grateful in those moments? It's a difficult thing. And the one thing that I can tell you is that I don't have any personal experience with having a child suffering with the disease of addiction or in active addiction. I don't have that personal experience in my repertoire. I have worked with thousands of families over the years that have that experience, but for me, I don't personally know what that feels like. Um, I have worked really hard in my life, in my personal development, on the subject of empathy and how to experience other people's pain, and I'm grateful for that. But the question here is gratitude, and what is gratitude, and how do we experience it more fully? Gratitude is an emotion. It's a state of mind, and if you can find the ability to remain grateful no matter what's going on in your life, I can almost guarantee you that your life will change. I know that my life has changed dramatically, and as a result of remaining grateful and remaining optimistic and remaining hopeful. It's just something that I diligently practice, and it's a practice. It's Gratitude is contagious, happiness is contagious, a smile is contagious, and if I surround myself with people that are like-minded and understand the value of gratitude, it becomes a little bit easier. But once again, what I want to do is I want to go back to, how do you remain grateful when, so to speak, the sky is falling. And I don't know how you would do it, and I don't know, but I know how I do it, and I'm gonna rehash this one more time. Is that if I search for it and I seek for it, I can always find something to be grateful for, even if it's just the fact that I'm alive, even if it's just the fact that I have a car that I get to get rear-ended in, even if it is that I have a job that I make mistakes in, and I get, reprimanded or held accountable when my performance isn't up to par. That I have a wife and that we may be in some type of a dispute or an argument. That I have a son that, even though he's not where I would like him to be, he's exactly where he's supposed to be. Even when, my wife was sick, it was, we have this moment we have today, and the experience of the love that we share together was something so powerful, and it became stronger as a result of walking through that process with her. So there's always something to be grateful for. The common story out there, I was sad because I didn't have no shoes until I met a man who didn't have no legs. There's always something to be grateful for. So I challenge you today to ask yourself in those moments, what do I have today to be grateful for? I'm on this new little thing right now where I'm actually going to be working on gratitude, and it'll be, three things I'm grateful for each morning, and then three things I'm grateful for having completed throughout the day. And if that's too much, that's fine. Just how about you give one thing that you're grateful for and three reasons why? There's a lot of different exercises you can do, and what we know today is that, and this is scientific and medically proven stuff, is that our thoughts dictate our actions. If I'm always thinking about what's wrong, I'm going to stay in this place of negativity, and I'm not going to be able to get out of it. But if I can jumpstart, if I can kick myself out of that rut, and focus on the things that are going right, to focus on the things that I do have that are good, that are pleasant, that are enjoyable. I'm not going to stay in that place any longer, and this really is about, it's about me, it's about you, and it's about you experiencing a life that is worth living. And I know that it's difficult, and I know that it's hard, but I know that no matter what's going on in your life today, right now in this moment, there is something to be grateful for. I hope you can find it. If you have any comments, comment on the video. If you found this inspiring, share the video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any topics that you'd like to talk about or would like to hear my take on, shoot me a message, throw it in the comment line, whatever it may be. Just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to share my take on it. Like, I'm not an expert on a lot of things, but I do know that I have a life today that is far beyond anything that I ever imagined, and it wasn't always like that, and it was a process to get here, and it continues to be a process of personal growth and development. But gratitude is a very powerful tool that we can use on a regular basis to keep us on track. Because life starts happening, and things get crazy, and it's really easy to get bogged down by the negativity in our lives. But if you want something positive, think positive. If you want something positive, do positive things. You are an amazing human being. If you're on this planet and you're living and you're breathing, you have a purpose. And my hope and my goal is that you can find that purpose and apply your passion. So with that, I will tune out. Never forget, with passion, purpose, and perseverance, we can make addiction. With that, I will say my byes, and I hope I see you later. Addiction Activist, we're out.